Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're here with Paula Creamer, who just shot a 2 under 69. Welcome back to Toledo, Paula. You had a really nice run there at the turn of 4 birdies in a row. You've won here. Does it feel good to be back?
It does. Not playing last year here, not playing at all, honestly, for the last year and a half. This is one of my favorite spots to come to. I really like the golf course. I see it really well, and I've had, some good success here as well. But it was nice to go out and shoot under par. It's unfortunate I had 2 bogeys on 2 par 5s, which you can't do. Not out here. The level's just too strong, and to give those away is kind of a bummer. But I did make a good little run there with those birdies. So, can't be too hard on myself, but lots of golf left.
If you could tell us about those birdies starting at number 10, what'd you do on those holes?
10, I hit it to about 3 feet. Let's see, 11, I hit it to about 7 feet, kind of behind the hole, a little right to lefter. 12, I made about a 12, I'd say maybe 15 feet. Was a good putt, kind of up the hill. And then 13, the shorter hole, I hit it to about 7 feet, I'd say. And then, had a couple more, looks, but just not as, I wasn't hitting it quite as close as I did on those.
Were you just kind of feeling in the groove today? Well,
I think I only hit 2 or 3 greens on the front side, and then just kept staying patient. It's not, I wasn't far off. I was just in the first cut, but still, I was taking birdie chances away. And then on the back 9, kind of found my swing back. And, like I said, it's unfortunate to end on a bogey, but I did have some solid golf there.
But still, it's good to see your name back on the leaderboard. I know you were out. You took time last year with the pandemic, but also kind of maybe well-timed for you to get some rehab in?
Yes, I feel great. My body feels really good. My left hand, I haven't had any problems with it since, I've come back, which, played a lot of golf. And, it was needed in multiple ways. But I really want to say, I think for me today, my thoughts and prayers are still going out to Jane and Pete, and obviously to baby Grace, and puts things to perspective when you're out there and you're grinding, and I know how badly. I can't imagine what they're going through, but it definitely is a big perspective of when I'm out here and things aren't going my way. I'm just sending them lots of prayers, and hopefully, little baby Grace can be all right.
I was going to ask you about that because you've got Grace on your hat, and we had Tiff up here right before you, and the GoFundMe has taken off, and I know you've known Jane for a while, and Pete and Grace, certainly keeping them close to your heart right now.
Oh, for sure. I've grown up playing junior golf with Jane and Curtis Cup partners and Junior Solheim Cup, you name it, and it's crazy. I was just playing with her, last week, and and here she is in the hospital, and everybody has been so supportive, and it's great that, that they have that and they feel that, and I know they do. I've talked to Jane several times through all of this, and like I said, I can't imagine what they're going through, but it definitely puts a big, emphasis on just, taking every moment and embracing it as it comes, because you just never know right now, but we're sending positive vibes to them.
Amen, absolutely. We'll open up for questions. Kyle?
Just a couple of Solheim Cup related questions. What do you think of the depth of American golf right now?
It is the deepest it's probably been. I think throughout the whole tour, honestly. It used to be a couple players would, have a chance to win. Now it goes much farther into the list. But I definitely believe that it's getting stronger and stronger as the years go on, for sure.
What do you think has spurred that? Do you think there's anything in particular that's?
I don't know if there's just one thing to point out, what has caused that. Everybody's a lot more fit, they're stronger, they hit it farther. Short games are great. I don't necessarily can say if it was one person that did that for everybody recently. In the past, obviously it was Annika, Lorena, Yanni, and right now, it's Nellie's obviously playing great golf, but it seems like there's always a couple Americans right in the mix, which is, you haven't seen that for a while.
And then as far as when you're on the fringe there of being a captain's pick, not being a captain's pick, I know you've kind of gone through that before. What is it like, just like the angst when like you're getting toward the end of qualifying and then like getting the phone call of, hey, like I want you to be on the
It's
team.
stressful. I can say that it is very stressful. You try not to think about it when you're out there, because obviously you want to focus on your tournament and how you're playing, and not necessarily on, if you play well, then the captain's pick or whatnot will come along with it. But it's hard. It's easier said than done, that's for sure. But getting the call is obviously a great feeling. I've been captain's pick, and I've also been first alternate and gotten, pulled in from that too. So I've experienced it all. But once you get there, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what point you were on that, the standings. It's your team at that point. So you just got to get there.
Well, when you get that call, like, does it almost feel like the emotions of like winning a tournament? Of, hey, like, I want you on the team? Or?
A little different than that.
Okay.
It's obviously being on the team and getting a call like that is huge. If you've played well and you deserve it. Making a 5-footer to win a tournament is a little different than the phone call, especially if you haven't played as well and you're just hoping to get a pick. But whenever they do call you, it's you're hoping it's good news, because it could be bad too.
Did you go undefeated when you were 1 year you were a pick or not?
Mm-hmm. When I was a pick, I think I might have halved a match.
Okay.
So,
but how much does that, like, being a pick and then like making it? Like,
you
made the right decision. Like,
I feel like you have more pressure on yourself when you are a pick, and then even more so when you're first alternate and then being put on the team. It's different because I've also been in where you're in the top of the list as well, and you're expected to play well and play good golf. But as a pick, you don't want to let your team down. You definitely want to show your team members too that how hard you're fighting and get there, because that motivates them as well. And you got to know your role, that's for sure. And I'm playing on 7 of them now. I kind of feel like I know that situation. But it's going to be a great Solheim Cup this year at Inverness. So.
2 final questions. First, Holly on the bag this week.
Yes.
That's great pairing there. How'd that turn out?
Yeah, Holly. I've known Holly for a while, and my caddy Justin isn't able to do these next several events, so she's going to be on my bag for this one in Evian. And it's different for me, but it's great to have someone that kind of sees the same shots. That she would hit is something that I would hit, so that confidence behind it is really good. I normally don't have someone read greens for me, but I had Holly look at a bunch of putts out there today, and felt really confident and comfortable with that. And I think as the days go on, we'll get even better with each other.
Awesome. And then last question. Earlier, NASA went out and just lit up that course with a 61, and you're maybe one of the few people who could put that into perspective as one of the few people who was better than that. How hard is that to do on any golf course, let alone here? What does that say about the way NASA was playing today?
Anytime you're shooting around 60, 61, that's some good golf. It doesn't matter where it's at, and I did it too in the morning when I shot 60. I played in the morning as well. The greens are just a little bit more receptive. It plays a little longer, but you can fly pretty much everything, at the flags. Still doesn't take away from, shooting that kind of score. But this golf course fits her game really well. She's so straight, great with her wedges, good, she's a great putter as well. So, obviously when you're in the afternoon and you see someone that shot, 10 under, you're like, oh, okay. You're already way behind, but, you still got to figure it out there.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Paula. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.